MARFIN is your new online marketing consultant. Using the MARFIN platform will change your approach to marketing. Suddenly, all the marketing theory you learned at school will make more sense. The practical application of all this theory becomes clear because MARFIN is based on over 30 years of international marketing experience and was designed by a marketing practitioner for marketing practitioners. The goal of designing MARFIN was to offer marketing professionals a digital tool that makes their everyday tasks easy, creative, and even fun. MARFIN accomplishes all this by breaking down the marketing planning process in a creative way into over 250 smart charts and graphs according to the elements of the marketing mix. Each element of the marketing mix represents an individual section: market, market share, financial, product, price, distribution, advertising, and promotion. And finally, all these individual strategies are combined into a marketing plan. Each section consists of a series of charts which are needed for fundamental business analysis and strategy development. Within each section, MARFIN takes the planner through the planning process step by step. First, the analytical charts, and then the decision-making charts. Here is an example of the data flow in the market section. Charts 1.1 to 1.6 analyze the market development, and we make the final forecast in chart 1.7. Chart 1.9 analyzes the market trend. Strategy decisions are made in chart 1.10. It is essential to have an information system where the data is accessible at a click. That is why MARFIN created a new concept, the SmartDatabase. What is a SmartDatabase? It is a platform where the data is entered and stored in its marketing context within a pre-programmed spreadsheet. As you enter or change information, the full marketing model is updated in real time. While many systems use charts to analyze data, MARFIN uses them as living sources for data entry, storage, and analysis. A SmartDatabase provides the following advantages. It identifies the information that is needed for the analysis. The user will always know what information is available and what information is still missing. Here, for example, you can see the difference column shows in red where the totals don't add up yet and by how much they're off, because data is missing. We now know we need information on Brand 1 sales. In addition, the user will immediately understand the strategic role of each number entered. And last but not least, it keeps records of the origin and the quality of the data entered. Let us take chart 1.1 as an example. This is a simple chart where we enter the market data according to regions. The chart structure is based on geography. You decide in the setup whether there should be one or more regions. It's your decision. Here's how you enter the numbers in the chart. Note how flexible the charts are. You may enter unit information or values, and even specify the currency. The program allows you to change the order of magnitude for easier display. And it even automatically calculates pre-programmed columns, such as the growth rate here. The last component of a SmartDatabase is the Source of Data button at the bottom of each data entry chart. Here, we record the origin of the data and our observations concerning its quality. There's also a space to record what data is missing and what our future market research needs are. All the information related to this chart is entered here for future reference right next to and linked to the chart itself. An essential part of the SmartDatabase is MARFIN's other unique concept, the Smart Chart. The SmartDatabase and the SmartChart work together to provide the planner with a new and exclusive marketing platform. What is a Smart Chart? It is a chart that has a predetermined task to perform within a marketing framework. The structure of each chart and the corresponding specially designed functions make MARFIN unique. An example is chart 1.3. First, in the top menu, MARFIN lists the information that needs to be entered in the chart. This is a general list. It might need adaptation if your business has special characteristics. Next, by clicking on the question mark at the end of the title of the chart, you can access the description of the chart's objective. This explains the special role of the chart in the marketing process and the objective it needs to achieve. Under each chart, there are several function buttons which are relevant to a particular chart. Forecast. We find the Forecast button under those charts where the marketing tasks involve trend analysis and forecasts of one or more variables, such as market size, brand shares, or advertising spending. The MARFIN forecast uses the standard time series methods, moving averages and exponential smoothing. If your company uses more sophisticated forecasting models, we can easily incorporate them into our platform. Chart explanation. With this button, we can access a description of how the chart functions. It lists the data that MARFIN enters. These are numbers that were entered from or calculated by other charts. It also lists the data we need to enter and describes the calculations that MARFIN performs. Marketing tasks. This describes the marketing concepts relevant to each specific chart and shows their practical applications. It lists the marketing tasks we need to perform and the strategic conclusions we need to draw. Furthermore, it includes an explanation of the chart's strategic meaning and how the results of the analysis will affect subsequent charts. For example, Chart 1.10 is the chart where we develop the final marketing strategy. All the necessary information is shown in this chart. The first column indicates the results of our market maturity analysis, carried over from Chart 1.9. The next columns show projected sales for the end of the planning period and current sales for reference. The planner's task is to rank the markets according to their importance to the brand in the last column. In the subchart, MARFIN immediately rearranges the regions according to the planner's rank entered in the main chart. The subchart indicates that the planner's task is to decide the strategy to follow in each individual market: growth, maintain, harvest, or terminate, and select the appropriate one in the last column. Assumptions. By clicking on the Assumptions button, we can enter our own context information into the marketing plan. Here, we can record the assumptions we made during the planning process for each chart. We cannot emphasize enough how useful this option is. These notes will help refresh our memory down the road. They will also be helpful to monitor the marketplace. If the environment changes, this feature lets us easily figure out which assumptions were wrong and why, so that we can make the proper adjustments. Subcharts. Generally, we enter data in the main chart. The purpose of the subcharts is to take advantage of MARFIN's analytical capabilities. MARFIN thus rearranges the data entered in the main chart in several creative ways, providing a unique insight into the business, and consequently fine-tuned and better targeted strategies. In addition, we will be able to work with a higher degree of efficiency and a smaller staff. See a detailed description of MARFIN's data handling in the article, How Does MARFIN Make the Numbers Talk? You can find it in the blog on our website. The importance of this feature can best be demonstrated by Chart 2.4, which contains the final brand forecasts, our brand's forecast, and the sales forecast of the major competing brands. Once the final forecast numbers are entered, we can evaluate the market situation at a click. Chart 2.4.1 shows the total change in share per brand and region over our forecast period. Chart 2.4.2 shows which brands are gaining market share and which brands are losing market share over the forecast period and by how much. Chart 2.4.3 shows which regions have strong market share and which have weak, based on a dynamically calculated average market share for each year. With all this information available at a click, we can quickly see whether our sales and share objectives are realistic or if we need to return to previous charts and make new projections. Graphs. Clicking on the Graph button will show the data of the main chart in several different graphs. These graphs will show the development of the key values over time or compare them in a specific year according to the selected variables. Rolling over data points will show more detailed values. You can also hide datasets as needed to help clarify your analysis. In summary, MARFIN is an entirely new concept in software. It is an interactive marketing planning system that assists marketing professionals in developing strategies for each element of the marketing mix, and then combining them into a business plan. There is one more unique feature in the MARFIN model that we need to cover: the introduction of strategic financial checkpoints. Here is how it works. We arrive at the first financial checkpoint after we've analyzed the market and finalized our sales and share projections. Can the market growth guarantee sufficient sales and profits to meet corporate objectives? If no, we go back to corporate management and evaluate whether we should continue with more modest objectives. In some cases, the prudent decision might be to withdraw from the market entirely. If yes, then we continue to develop a marketing strategy to obtain our goals. The marketing strategy is a function of the sales and brand share objectives. Each sales objective requires a different marketing strategy, and each marketing strategy will produce different financial results. Thus, we again have to check the profit picture after the marketing strategy has been developed. Did we succeed in developing a marketing strategy that meets corporate sales and profit objectives? If yes, we go ahead and implement the plan. If no, we go back and develop new sales and share objectives. Although the program will take you through the planning process step by step, it will keep you in charge. It is you, not the program, who makes the decisions. We trust that you will find MARFIN not only improves your efficiency and creativity, but it is also a lot of fun to use. Try our full-featured free demo now by clicking on the links here or visiting emarfin.com. And please send us your feedback at info@emarfin.com. Thank you.